Hello, my name is Wesley Collier. I'm a sales consultant here at Boardman Nissan, and I will be presenting to you today the 2019 Nissan Rogue S trim level. As we look at this beautiful vehicle, every feature that we're going to discuss today is actually standard on the S model, okay? The first place that I would like to start is under the hood. Now, take a look at this vehicle. You have a 2.5 liter four-cylinder engine, about 170 horsepower. The major thing that separates us from other brands actually is our CVT transmission, or continuous variable transmission, which actually contributes to great fuel economy and also contributes to a great smooth ride because there's no shift system. It's actually a belt and pulley system. You're looking at 3-year 36 bumper to bumper, 5-year 60 for your powertrain, okay? We use steel self-tensioning timing change that's pretty much is guaranteed the life of the vehicle. So it's very low maintenance over the course of having a 2019 Nissan Rogue. You're looking at good placement of battery, good clear reservoir containers also, some great safety features. The engine has breakaway mounts on it. There's chromosomes built on the left and right side that manages any type of impact around the vehicle. The hood also has a secondary latch on it, so it can only TP up instead of being pushed into the windshield. These are all things to keep you and your family safe while driving the Nissan Rogue. Now, as you're backing away from the vehicle, as you see, we have our beautiful V-motion shaped grille with a honeycomb look in the front, polycarbonated headlight. They're shadow resistant and they add about 30,000 more miles to the life of the car. Your DRL, or daytime running lights, which are LED. Polycarbonated bumper. The government state issue is 2.5 miles per hour to see little to no damage when impacted. Because this is polyurethane, we've been able to move that up to 5 miles per hour. As we come down to the tires, you're looking at your 17-inch steel wheels. You also have ABS, vented disc brakes, and also VDC, which is vehicle dynamic control. This actually puts power to the tires that need it the most to keep you on the desired path as you're making sharp turns. As we come around to the side of the vehicle, most cars have two intrusion beams that run parallel. One thing that we've learned is that there's not a lot of surface protection. So we build ours actually diagonally, and they're steel and tubular to protect you and your family. As you see right here, we have our blind spot warnings. This is actually a warning that will let you know if someone sits in your blind spot. It will light up an orange color. If you hit your turn signal while this is lit, then it will flash and a chime noise will go off in the car. Some of our other great features: this vehicle is all-wheel drive, okay? It's intelligent, so it senses the pavement, it kicks in and out, but you do have an all-wheel drive lock button, which allows you to actually keep it into place. You also have your Bluetooth streaming, Apple CarPlay, a 7-inch touchscreen, and your rear view camera. These things are all standard on our 2019 Nissan Rogue. As we move to the rear seating, one of the major things I like to point out is how wide our doors open up, almost to a 90-degree angle for easy access. As far as the rear seats, we have stadium seating. These seats sit up a little bit higher in the rear seats, so you have more conversation tunnel and visual for your rear passengers. Also, these seats have an easy glide system where they can actually slide forward and back. Also give you a 60/40 fold where these can drop down for you, okay? Also, at a 90-degree angle, you can have your seat back, or you can recline if need be, all right? So as you see, for the comfort of your rear passengers, not only do you have your rear vents, but also your C and original USB port type. And then also you have 6 speakers in this vehicle so everybody can enjoy. One of the major things that I like to point out, especially living in Northeast Ohio, is the AWD, all-wheel drive. The great thing about this vehicle, like I said before, it is intelligent. It senses the pavement, it kicks in and out, give you great gas mileage, about 25 city, 32 highway, about a 27 average. So on a normal day like this, you're in front-wheel drive, which is another great thing. You are in an SUV, but you're still getting that great gas mileage. One of the things that's exclusive to the Rogue also is the divide and hide. This is 18 different configurations that this flooring can actually go into. With a one-hand motion, you can actually lift this table up and turn it into a division. And let's say you might want to hide a couple things, or you might want to separate your groceries, your heavier material from your bread and your eggs. You can actually push those things towards the back, take this and divide it off. That's where you get your divide and hide at, which is another great feature for SUV. We know a lot of times groceries like to move around the vehicles like this. So this gives you a way to control it and make sure things are not get displaced in your back seat. One thing I like to show also in your back trunk, I'm sorry. Also, I'd like to point out we do have a full-size spare. So it's not the same width, but it's the same height as your regular tires. So you can travel up to 100 miles at 60 miles per hour so that you know that you can get home, not just on a donut, but actually a full-size spare. Now, looking at the trunk space of the Nissan Rogue, it has one of the most expansive cargo areas in its market. About a 39 cubic feet that you have back here, which is great space. From your bumper actually to your passenger seat, you have about 8 feet. So you need to get something a little bit long, a 2x4, something along those lines. You know you can put this and slide it into the Rogue. Just pointing out to you, I want to show you that you do have your backup camera right here. One suggestion is, during the winter months, every once in a while, you might want to walk behind here and actually wipe that down just so you don't have any obstruction. Another great thing is that we do have LED tail lights. So these lights are going to last longer. They're going to be a lot brighter. So if you have, if you're braking, then the person behind you can actually see that, which is another great safety feature to keep you and your family safe on the road while driving the Nissan Rogue. Now, as we move around to the vehicle, one new feature that I like to point out is rear door alert. This is a great feature. This is coming to play now. If you have anything in your back seat within the first 10 minutes of you starting your car, if you open your rear door, this activates this feature. Once you get to your destination, you get out of your car, right on your assist information, on your driver assist display in the middle of your screen, it will tell you, hey, check your back seats. If you do not check your back seats and continue to walk away from your car, the car will then honk at you and tell you to come back to check those seats. So you have groceries back there, anything along those needs, you will now have the ability to not forget those things in your rear seating. One of the major safety features that I would like to point out today is automatic emergency braking. Now, this is pretty much standard across the board on all of our Nissans, especially on the 2019 Nissan Rogue. This feature will actually stop you or slow you down if it senses you're going to get into a frontal accident in 20-mile-per-hour increments. So if you're doing 70 on the freeway, something comes up to, you're coming up on something, it will actually slow you down in 20 mile per hour increments. Or if you are doing about 20 miles per hour, it could bring you to a complete stop. These are things to keep you, even though sometimes you're driving, it's going to keep you alert and keep you safe and you and your family while you're doing your traveling through the summertime. Now, you may ask yourself, how does the 2019 Nissan Rogue stack up to its competition? Well, if you would take all their competitors and squeeze them together, then you would get everything that becomes standard on the 2019 Nissan Rogue. We try and make this car very affordable, starting with a great MSRP, also with great fuel economy, great room, and great cargo space. All these things have made the Nissan Rogue one of the top selling crossovers in America. But you don't have to take my word for it. Come on down to Boardman Nissan, 7809 Market Street, and see why we're number one.